Hello, good morning. So today is 1st of February. Wait, but how did I got here? Hello, I am Mayank. I'm a PhD researcher working on nano devices, and most of my day is spent in lab or either at the institute. I used to read books in the night after my dinner, but since I started making the YouTube videos, most of the time goes into either editing, shooting, writing or planning videos, which leaves me with no time to read books. Here is an experiment that I wanted to try. I thought it would be fun to wake up at 5 am every day and read books. And since it's a fun experiment, I thought I would share my experience and the lessons that I learned along the way with all of you. So here we go. We are almost 10 minutes behind the schedule, but yeah, we'll try to catch up tomorrow. So the idea is to read every day. I've been able to read a lot of books that I wanted to. I'm not getting time. So my plan is to start with 80/20. I already started reading it a bit. I don't want to sit in my room because I'm scared. I don't want to fall asleep. So let's go to the reading room. Lesson number 1. Look for overall efficiency, not just for particular hour. What do I mean by this? Let's say in a day you work for 10 hours. Now you decide to wake up 2 hours earlier than what you used to wake up. Okay, that means your total productive hours in a day should be more than 10 now, right? Out of those 2 productive hours, let's say you produce 1.5 hours of good quality work, then you should end up with 11.5. But what happens now? Since you woke up 2 hours before your usual time, your productivity throughout the day, let's say, decreases from 10 hours to 6 hours or 7 hours. So the total amount of productive hours that you produced in the day are less than 10. Then there is no point waking up early in the morning. It's pointless. The aim is to optimize the whole 24 hours to produce most amount of work in the 24 hours, not from 5 to 7 am. And this is a mistake that we do all the time. Since 5 am sounds cool, so we try to do that, or waking up throughout the whole night to study, it sounds cool. But let's say you woke up on a particular night to study throughout the night, and you do that 3 or 4 times in a month. It destroys your sleep, it destroys your rhythm completely. Such a great coincidence. We're on chapter 11, which is time, and now it's time. Okay. Good morning. Today I woke up right on time. It's 5:03. Let's go. And the total productive hours that you produced throughout the month for studying, if that is less than 100, that means if you would have studied only 3 hours a day, you would have still produced better results than this person. Here it becomes very important that you look for the whole 24-hour cycle, not for a specific slot. Don't bring your ego inside this. It's not about ego. We are not playing with the ego. Ego is our friend. We want to achieve the most in those 24 hours, not from 5 to 7 am. Lesson number 2. Commit to it as if it's already done. And since we are talking about efficiency, some of you would point out rightfully that, Mayank, it would have been more efficient if you decided to do the challenge and not record yourself. And I totally agree. If you see here, I am spending around 20 to 25 minutes out of the 2 hour slot that I'm dedicating to study in recording myself, in setting up the camera, seeing if the frame is right and all those things. And which induces a level of inefficiency. I totally agree. Hello, good morning. Today is 3rd of February. Yesterday I woke up easily. I thought it's gonna get easier from now. But today, man, I did not want it to get up. Let's go. It's 5:20. But here you have to see the other side. If I were not to do this challenge, I would not even try to optimize my routine. I would not even think about waking up at 5 am. And what these 20-25 minutes have done is that since I have to do this challenge, I'm already thinking about making a video out of the challenge. So I'm already in future, and I have more or less like an overview of how the challenge would go, right? So my brain is already done with the challenge, and I'm looking backwards from the future. And there are days when I slept very late, I don't want to wake up. But since I'm doing this challenge, it's forcing me indirectly to wake up because I want to make a video out of it. And it would not be nice to wake up at 6 a.m. on one of the day during the challenge. So these 20% effort have produced the 80% of the gains of the challenge. And in this case, it's not even the gains. It's the idea of doing the act itself originated from these 20% effort. But even if you're not making a video, think of it as if, but thinking like as if the challenge is already done gives you a lot of motivation. Whenever I'm trying to run or working out or doing an exercise, I always try to do this. I'm always looking backwards when it is done. What am I thinking about how the repetitions were done? And it gives me, I don't know, a sense of overview over the act that no matter how difficult it feels, it will be done. So since it will be done, no matter how difficult it is, it's not difficult enough for you to stop and not doing it. Here at chapter 15. See you tomorrow. Good morning. Today is February 4th. Actually, I woke up a little late, almost 6 minutes late. Okay, let's go. Seems like they're going to do new paint or something, I don't know. Okay. I hope it is still open. Lesson number 3. Read 100 good books 100 times rather than 10,000 average books. As you can see, I'm pretty slow at reading. I already started reading this book before, and we started halfway through the book during this challenge, and it took me almost 6 days to finish that half part. So roughly for me, finishing a book would take around 10 to 12 days of solid 1.5 hours a day of reading. That takes me to around 15 hours to finish one book. And I don't know if it is slow or fast, but I think it's quite slow. I've seen people read really fast, much faster than this. But that is where the question comes in. Are you reading a book just to gain information, or you are trying to understand the book? If you have to understand a book, you have to give yourself time. Your brain is a good machine, but it requires time to understand something. And it's not a race to read 10,000 books. Page 315. Let's continue tomorrow. Good morning. Today is 5th of Feb. Okay, today I woke up on time. Let's go. Oh. I think they're doing some renovation work. I think they're doing new paint for the ceilings. Yeah, I think so. Okay, everything seems to be... all the lights are out. I would rather be reading 100 good books 100 times rather than 10,000 books which are not so great, because the total amount of knowledge that you need to understand how this life is working, I think it's not more than 100 books. 100 great books contain every piece of knowledge that you would ever need to get everything done in your life, both on professional level and personal level. All you need is a great understanding of those 100 books. So yeah, I'm slow at reading, but I also don't bother too much about it. Lesson number 4. Assign a very high value to your time. You see, out of these 1.5 hours that I was left to read, I've been able to utilize at least 90 to 95% of those hours for reading. But this 90 to 95% efficiency is not continued throughout the day. Why? Page 354. I think we're gonna finish it tomorrow. It's sharply 7 a.m. See you tomorrow. Okay, the time is 5:16. Today is Thursday. Let's go. I don't know how did I wake up today. Because yesterday I slept quite late, after midnight. Let's see. A little bit late today. Let's see. It's 5:30 almost. Because I woke up, I put in an extra effort to get these extra 2 hours in my day. So you're putting a very high value on these 2 hours and you don't want to waste them. But the 2 hours in the morning are no different than the 2 hours in the night or in the afternoon. So this value that I am assigning to these 2 hours is kind of arbitrary. So if I decide to assign this very high value to these 2 hours, I can assign the same high value to all the hours in my day, to every single second in my life. Because no second is any different than the other second. Here you have to see from the future perspective. Think about where you would be in 10 years and how much you would be making, and assign your hourly rate from that perspective to your current self. I'm pretty sure if you do this exercise, 10 years from now, you would be making at least 10 times more than what you thought you would be making 10 years from now. We are done. Thank you for reading my book, and I wish you a more thrilling and fulfilling life. And we are done. Time is 6:30 or 6:25 more or less. Okay, now I want to start a new book after this, which is Chip War. Because I took that book from library and I have to return it at some point, of course. So I would like to start working on that one. I'm thinking, should I start today or should I start from tomorrow? Because I have a meeting today early in the morning. So I'd like to get ready before the meeting. See my slides. So I was thinking of finishing a bit earlier today. Yeah, let's do it this way. I'll start with the chip war tomorrow. And for today, I will definitely be making a video explaining the book very soon. Within the next, my target is within the next 4 weeks. The video should be out explaining the book. Because it will be good for me. Because whatever I studied will be structured and will be useful notes for me and for you. Then I see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. Today is day 7 and it's 5:13. I see you downstairs. Seems like we are finishing the challenge. Okay, seems like they're painting. Everything's going to be new color this year. Oh, they did it already. There is new color there. I don't know, did I like the old one or new one? I'm not sure right now. Let's see when it's done. I like this old feel more. That seems too dark to me. This is more happy. No? I don't know. I let you guys decide which one is. But I like this one more. This is more happy tone. That seems a bit dark to me. Anyways.
I saw this book long ago in a bookstore in Zurich, and then I wanted to buy it, but then I thought, okay, let's not buy right now because I already have too many books to read. And then, oh, it's been a month already. A month ago, I was attending a seminar from a professor from Netherlands, and this professor during his talk recommended the book again. And then I was thinking I should read it because it's something not too far away from what I do. A bit far, I would say, but not too far away. So then I checked it on the library and they had it. I thought, yeah, because I think the book is, I don't know how much is it, but yeah, must be something around 15 to 20 euros. Anyways, we have it. We start with it today. Let's go.
Let me repeat. Assign a very high value to your time. Think what you would be doing in 10 years' time and see what will be your hourly rate at that point in time, and assign that same hourly rate to your current self, and then work accordingly. I'm pretty sure if you would do this, the actual hourly rate that you thought you would be making in 10 years, if you follow this process, the reality, the new reality that you would create would be at least 10 or 100 times better than what you expected it to be. So, in the end, the value that you're assigning to your time is not something that exists out there. It's something that you can decide and choose actively. It's in your control. So, choose a very high number and act accordingly. If you put a very high value to your time, I'm pretty sure that you would be far more productive in your given time because it's highly valuable.
I mean, the book is quite interesting. So it's almost time. It's 6:52 more or less. And today is the end of challenge. If you can see, oh yeah, you can see. So today is 7th of Feb. And it's been 7 days since I've been doing it. And I think it was a successful experiment.
I hope these lessons will help you to achieve something special throughout the year. Have a good one, guys. See you on the next one.